So today we're going to be destroying a whole bunch of enemies by healing, because this Dark Thorn set deals damage to all enemies based on the amount of healing that we do. But it does seem like one of the later sets, so we'll need to find a set that'll go good with it. And also recycling items to hopefully get even better odds of getting the items that we need. So the set I think is gonna go best with it is actually the Faceless set, because we do take damage whenever we attack, which opens the door for healing. So we'll just go through all the enemies, collecting items and recycling them, and hopefully get something good from the chest here. And there it is, the first Dark Thorn set piece. Withered breastplate, it has thorns on it. There's also the Faceless chest piece, but we'll get the Withered breastplate, which is actually rare, very good. And it's actually a set bonus that only takes 2 items to do. I thought it was gonna be one that takes 3. So the fact that we have it this early is very good, especially because of the thorns. But I'm not sure how rare those Dark Thorn items are gonna be. But now we get our first skill. But we are at corruption level 2, so this column over here, if we take a skill from it, will cost half of our health. I don't know if that means full health or like we lose half of our max HP, but thankfully the first skill here is not one that I really want. But it does look like there are some things that are gonna be good for getting attacked and taking damage and other things like that. So we'll take this recycling ability here. That way we can re-roll headpieces and it stays in the headpiece slot. So we do have the Sylvan set going right now for a little more swiftness. And I think it'll be good to level up this dagger here. We do have some room to switch things around, or just doesn't take it. Oh, there's a part of the Phase set, a Winter Crown. Has some more armor and a little bit of mana burst. What does the Phase set do again? Whenever an enemy receives damage, if it suffers Hex, gain swiftness. If not, apply stacks of Hex to it. I don't know what Hex really means, but it is good that we can recycle into one of the new armor pieces. So maybe we can roll another Dark Thorn set piece, like this breastplate here, to level it up. Or we can also look for Dark Thorn weapons, I think will be a good thing. But now it's time to get potions. And pretty much collecting all the equipment slots that we can, so we can re-roll into all of them for more Dark Thorn stuff. The fact that a full Dark Thorn set deals triple damage of the health that we restore is insane. And with regeneration, that would be triggering every time that we regenerate too. And if we're taking damage like this, then that's a lot of room to regenerate, which is not feeling good. But now we're at the well, so let's get a random uncommon item at level 3 because it's probably gonna be better than what we have. And sure enough, it is. And if we get another piece of the villager set, then we can start to get some future items. But there's also a Faceless set piece that I was hoping to go into, but that is a set that takes 3 items. It does give more luck though, so we should be able to get better items. And we should probably not ignore the armor that we are wearing. So now we arrive at the shrine with the frog. Let's level up our withered breastplate. I think we're doing well enough. We can hold on healing from there for a while. And we can dial back on the Faceless set for now, just to get some future items. And then just re-roll some of the other things we have. Don't really want to give up the withered breastplate though. That thorns is really saving us. There's a Fey necklace now. And a Harvest Scythe. There's a Faceless weapon. We'll take that to replace the Shodel here. So if we had one more Faceless item, we could get that set going. But I'm not sure I want to without the Dark Thorn regeneration. We're not really gonna be using the Winter Crown at all, so we can trash that, level up this, and then try to get a different chest piece, but of course we don't. And sure enough, there's another Winter Crown, but there's also the Cultist shoes here. So that can be Faceless item number 3. Now the problem is all the items that we have in reserve are all of the item slots that we have equipped up here without anything extra. So I'm not sure what I want to replace, but we can keep re-rolling the item slots that we do have to try and get an item for the Dark Thorn set. And thankfully, all the enemies that have less than double digits health don't do enough damage to us to make a difference. And we'll just take the rare items because we are at the smith now. So let's recycle the common items we have to try and get, what is this? More Fey items. Maybe I should have focused on that for this video. But at least there's plenty of items that we are not using, so we can forge those into, oh my gosh, another Fey set piece. Are you trying to tell me something, game? So this Dark Thorn set piece was rare, so it's possible that the other Dark Thorn set pieces are rare and up. So we can recycle all of these common items into a rare item. And then we do have 3 rare items, but one of them is the Cultist shoes. We're getting Faceless items more now, so I think we can re-roll this safely into a forge item and get a better Faceless mask, sure. Now, give me a different weapon. Now, give me a different weapon. I don't like the weapon you gave me. And now we have 2 poison enemies to deal with, but the crit thankfully took that one out entirely. more shoes is good because we can reroll that once more to try and get something good. You know, for a set called Faceless, they sure do have a lot of masks. We can take this necklace so that we can reroll that slot. There's the Fae, and here's Beast. Might as well take that for now, just for a little more enraging, because it does pay off when we respawn the next round. And we can take this necklace to reroll it, so we can get lucky. Another villager item, so we can replace one of the weapons or boots if we like, or actually the helmet. So we can get a little more armor and critical chance here. Now we get an item from the gold chest. Oh, another withered breastplate. But we already leveled up this one, but we can get it to level 3. We'll hold on to it. Aha! And there we have a dark thorn shield, which has even more thorns and guard. Now we have a good replacement for the improvised dagger. And now the dark thorn set is active. So we get more max HP and regeneration, and then we deal damage equal to health restored to all enemies. So now would be a good time to get some more items that have regeneration on them, which is probably going to be a necklace. There's counterattack, and there's more luck. Won't say no to that. So now we should be plenty safe to block and then deal damage. Beautiful, and that's only gonna get more impressive as we go on. And we didn't even lose all of our guard that time. But now there's a ritual ring. So there's another Faceless item, plus another item slot that we don't have filled yet. Now, what I'm wondering about is if the health lost goes into our raw HP, or if it goes into the armor, or if it gets blocked by the barrier. We can equip this here and try it. The damage amping we're getting should pay off in that respect, and we can try to get another withered breastplate. There's another one of those, and then we're back to that. So we attack you, and that is raw damage we're taking, which is also being affected by swiftness. That's dangerous. And the swiftness we're getting is from these boots. So I guess we can re-roll the shields and try to get more thorny shields. But thankfully we are getting more potions. So let's take this time to try and re-roll some things. Nothing really good so far. But the thorns is up to 7 now, so some enemies are getting deleted very quickly. We'll take another necklace because we kind of sacrificed everything to a lucky charm. And then we get another lucky charm, surprise, surprise. If we take a potion now, that can be a lot of damage to the enemies. But I do want to save the potions for the boss fight because we're probably gonna need them. So we'll attack you, get some regeneration going after this, and deal lots of damage. That's half of their HP. So now all the enemies are in one-shot range. And that was a lot of thorns. Oh, we have an even better dark thorn shield, a withered shield. I like it, which has slightly more thorns on it. But our health is getting low, so we might need to pop a potion here. I still would like different boots. If swiftness is causing an issue, maybe we'll just get rid of the boots entirely and get a little more armor. It's not gonna help our HP reduction from the Faceless set, but thankfully the HP loss isn't too bad. And if we get more Faceless items, then that health loss is even less. But there is a Dark Thorn ring here. I can't say no to the Dark Thorn set, that's the whole point of the video. So let's recycle some of these to hopefully get better quality items. There's one there and not there. We have a better Darkthorn shield, so we can reuse that one. And then all of these get a rare item. A bastard sword would be good for the ironclad, but we can also get rid of some of these things here for cultist shoes, some armor and dodging. I'll take that over the Squire Greaves. And then we can equip the Thorny Ring to still have both sets. And then let's get rid of some of these common items with a rare item as a blueprint. And we get a bear headdress. Not really what I'm looking for. What am I looking for now? Probably a different necklace. Everything else that we have feeds into the other sets. So we're probably gonna need to hope for Darkthorn or Faceless at the boss fight to feed into one of those perk pools. I also didn't realize that we kind of made like a goal post with how the inventory's been rearranged, but a little bit of reorganizing I think cleans it up. Potions in their own spot and then armor above. Didn't really need to do anything there, but let's try and just get different rings and move on. So the dodging is helping us avoid a little extra damage, so our regeneration is actually improving. We actually ran out of extra weapons, so we'll take the Initiate Staff, and I think for now I'm gonna try for the Darkthorn ring again, just because it's an uncommon item, so we're probably gonna have better odds of getting it. But the regeneration damage is actually taking out enemies now, good. And we'll take another necklace, because that's another thing that we can re-roll for hopefully something better. A Darkthorn necklace would be very good. So let's just try for that right now, and we don't get it. Counterattack is also going to be dangerous for the Faceless set. Thankfully, the enemies do not last very long. Face set again. Well, at least I know the face set video is going to be very easy to make. And if you guys do want to see that set, then make sure you like the video and subscribe so you don't miss it. For now, I think we'll take another chest piece because we need to re-roll that so we can hopefully get more Darkthorn stuff here. Now, we can level up another item. Should we level up the Faceless set piece? Or we level up the Withered Shield. We'll level up the Faceless piece because this is an epic item. And now we are at the boss fight with healing potions in hand. So the bosses are probably gonna have a bad day because they both only have 150 HP. So we can, oh, not do that. We can take it here, and then they both take 27 damage, which is good. Then we can take a little bit more because I don't want to go into this being almost dead. And then we can reroll some items. So there's a taboo set there. And then Sylvan, so sadly nothing useful, but the crits are also good, and so are Thorns. So one of them is already dead, and then we're regenerating faster than the boss can kill us, so we win! And it's interesting the names of the styles that pair with the Darkthorn set, Poppy and Dandelion. I don't think either of those have thorns, nor are they dark. I'm also kind of scared to re-roll these, so I think we'll go with the Dandelion set. Because at least with the beast set, when we attack, it attacks more enemies. So it's basically more bang for the buck. But now we get a legendary item. Ooh, a Black Rose Shield. And this has more regeneration on it. Perfect. Put that on there. So now we have 4 items in the Darkthorn set. More max HP and more regeneration. And the damage dealt is equal to double the health restored. Now the beast set is another 3-item piece, but we do have the headpiece for it already. So maybe we can look for other things. Or we just keep getting lucky charms. But look at that damage done. That was 22 damage there. I'm not really sure what the math is there because the regeneration is only 6. And we only have one other weapon item, so we can take this one. I'm not really sure what's gonna be easier to try and get. I would still like to level up the Thorny Ring, and thankfully we can now, so there's more Thorns there. So our Thorns are up to 14. And the regeneration just takes everybody out anyway. We already have plenty of shoes. Let's take more rings just to keep the item slots diverse. Just to make sure that we have an item for every slot up here. And then there's rare phase shoes. Neat. And there they are again. Neat. So thankfully our thorns are better than the enemy's thorns. And there's another one of those. There's bare boots, which is interesting. But that would mean we lose the Faceless set. But now I'm wondering if we take no damage, and the regeneration still ticks because it's the end of the round. Will the enemy still take damage? I think we'll take these shoes and then try it for, well, maybe not here. Oh, wait, lifesteal would also be good to get. We'll hold on to this ring. But, okay, now we're here. We'll just take off the Faceless boots so we lose that set. But I'm curious if we take no damage and regeneration still happens. I already explained this. Okay, so sure enough, we have to be missing health to have the regeneration damage take place. So thankfully, this combat really isn't anything to write home about, and we actually did take damage. This regeneration amulet, I think, might be a good replacement for the Lucky Charm, if nothing else. But we'll upgrade our weapon, because it's about time we did that. Alright, back to the Faceless set. Now we know how it works, which means that I need something else to go into the Faceless set to really be useful there. And would you stop giving me Lucky Charms and Traveler Amulets? And now we are entirely full on items. So it'd be good to get something that we can, you know, upgrade our current stuff with. Of course, we don't get that. I'm getting rid of these Fey Boots. And then we got 2 weapons, so I guess I'll get rid of this one. And I think I'll call that good. If we can level up the bear headdress here, then that would be a good candidate of replacement for things up here. And we'll get another ring in the meantime. Now it's time for another skill. So the recycling skill here is corrupted, so we would lose half of our health, which it doesn't say max health, so I don't think we would actually go from 60 to 30, but this versatile stance is going to be good to go into, because it has regeneration and enrage permanently, and whenever we dodge, it triggers it. So the Ronin set would actually be a good replacement for the Cultist set. But of course, now we have no Ronin items. I still want a different necklace. Okay, a beast necklace, that would feed into it, and we have enough items to activate that set. But maybe the bear set is kind of a misnomer. We'll keep re-rolling the necklaces. Okay, we have more of the thief set. Don't really want it though. And more Fey boots. Amazing. And a face shield, or actually that's a chest piece. But it does have dodge. I don't want to get rid of the Dark Thorn set though. None of these are good. I guess we can take the epic item because eventually we're gonna hit the forge. There's just so many items. I want to level up the Withered Breastplate again, but of course the Dark Thorn set is not easily rolled. Ooh, a Dark Thorn necklace. More regeneration and thorns. We'll trash this one. Take that. Replace it. Now we have 5 items of the Dark Thorn set, almost a full 6. And then we'll keep hoping for the breastplate. Oh, that's actually part of the saltwater set, which has a chance of golden chests to spawn after clearing combat area and make them stronger. Also interesting, just to get better loot. And it just keeps giving me shoes. Don't want them. Go away. And we also have more potions that we need to take. Let's get rid of a ring. And then we can get rid of this shield. And thankfully, our current items are good enough to get through all of these enemies without needing all the stuff that we're looking for. There's a bear weapon. Still not really wanting any of that. Let's get rid of this ring and take it, I guess. And we can level up the bear headdress because I don't know why I still have that, to be honest. And then we arrive at the crossroads. We're doing well enough in combat. I think we can take the hard path and get better loot. Just give me the withered breastplate, please. I don't even know who to attack first. Does it really matter? We are starting to take a lot of damage though. So it's a good thing our regeneration is up to 8. Some more damage amping. Okay, you deal a lot of damage because of your multi-attack. You also have a lot of health numbers, but wow, they get deleted. I looked away at the wrong time. I didn't see how much damage that did. But let's just target the people that hurt us the most. Actually, it doesn't really matter who we target because they all go down. Oh, I was wondering if there was a Dark Thorn weapon, which also has poisonous on it. Problem is, we don't really have anything to replace a Faceless item yet. Actually, we haven't re-rolled anything yet, so we can try this a few times. Okay, still nothing good. We'll get rid of this, and we can take the weapon for now, because that would be 6 Dark Thorn items. And now we're at the shrine, so what do we upgrade? Definitely the shield. If we got a Faceless chest piece, then that would be a good replacement, but of course, we don't get the items that we're looking for when we want them. We'll just hold on to everything right now as is. We have a lot of enemies to go through here, and you're doing 24 damage? No, not allowed. I think that was like 33 damage or something. There's another Mask of the Boundless, which we could level up. Another Harvest Scythe as well. I think we'll hold on to the Mask of the Boundless because we'll definitely have that item, and it's not one of the ones that we might replace. Or this way, we're not going to be replacing anything because we're not getting the items that we want. But we took a lot of damage there, actually. There's also a Dark Thorn headpiece, but it is rare, and this Faceless item is better quality. We can just get a lot of thorns, actually. Let's get rid of these autumn boots and take that. Actually, we are about to hit the forge, so maybe we should stack on epic items. I like the idea more. Oh, there it is, Withered Breastplate, yes! Withered Breastplate, level 3. So we get our thorns up to 22. That's gonna be very good. Actually, it does more than that because the damage amplification, I forgot about that. That's why all the other things are doing more than they say. Stolen ring, that looks like it's made out of bone. But we are getting full epic items from chests here. And we do have room to take things, but what slot do I want to take? Probably the ring. So now we're at the smith, or the forge, whatever you want to call it. So do we deposit everything and get some more legendary items, or do we trade out the rares and get more epic items? I think we can get one more epic item here, and then we'll have enough to do 2 legendary trades. So we forge all of that, get a Morningstar weapon, cool. All these rings can go in, I guess, and become, whoa! Corrupted Vines, a new Darkthorn breast piece, chest piece, breastplate. Either way, we got a better thing here, which has some more regeneration on it. That's perfect. And then one more here. Goodbye, Mask of the whatever. It's a legendary hag set piece. I guess we can hold on to it. Now, I'm not sure why I have these other lesser Darkthorn set pieces, but I guess this kind of cemented us going the Faceless route for the weapon here, so we can reroll that. A Fey weapon, of course. How could I have sensed otherwise? Corsair hat. We definitely need more item slots again, so we'll take the boots here. And just, they're melting so fast now. All the poison that's gained stacked against us doesn't even matter. Epic weapon, I think is gonna be good to take. Honestly, I don't hate how the equipment is laid out here. Symbol of the Faceless does have some lifesteal on it, which means more regeneration damage things. We'll take the item slot for it. Golden chest. None of this I really care about. Let's re-roll. None of this I really care about. We'll take the shield. Probably should have re-rolled some things in there, but either way, it doesn't matter too much. And the confusion doesn't really matter either. There's another thorny ring. We could get that to level 3. Oh, some dark thorn boots. But we need something to actually... We don't really have anything that we can replace right now. And the swiftness is going to hurt us for the damage taken, but our regeneration is so good. I think we're outpacing it. I don't know if I want to replace it yet. Let's focus on something else, like the weapon. And then just casually delete everybody else. Oh, here we go. Another Amulet of Regrowth. Level 2 for more regeneration. And 54 damage on crits is very good. There's an epic Dark Thorn headpiece. You might as well take it. And I forgot to re-roll that time, but I guess we can do it here. And we need more item things. Okay, get rid of you. I think we're at the point we can get rid of this shield for something maybe better. Or we just get the same thing again, because of course. And even when we're at the point that we lose all of our armor, they don't last very long after that. And I think I'm past the point of wanting the bear set, so we'll get rid of this, take the epic item, and we'll keep epic items as we're about to hit the forge here, so let's re-roll this withered breastplate, and we are getting more epic items. Now the poison does stack pretty badly here, but thankfully we get rid of all the enemies that do give us poison. Oh, a rose whip! And what is this? A blighted shield. We didn't even see this stage of the dark thorn shields. We got one more combat before the forge. I think we'll get rid of these withered boots for the epic item. And then whatever we get here, we'll replace this ring, but we should probably re-roll things first. We'll see if we can get an epic item out of this, and well, there we go. I don't even think it's worth replacing anything here. So I guess we'll just take that because we already have it. Okay, time for some more legendaries. So we get legendary Ronin boots. We can use the hag piece as a template for these other things. And oh, a bramble crown. Even more thorns and regeneration and whatnot? Be very spiky kitty, as kitties typically are, like Magnus. But now we lose the Faceless set, so we could take the Amulet of Regrowth instead. That should work, but actually then we lose the full Dark Thorn set because we did a trade right here. We can hope for a legendary Faceless item, and of course we don't get it, which is tragic. And now we've lost the Faceless set. So no matter what we do, we need a Faceless or Dark Thorn thing to happen from the boss. So for now, I think we'll stick with the both sets being effective. We do lose a little bit of the regeneration and thorns, but we are also getting some lifesteal, so that means more damage from them, or damage to them. But we are also taking a lot of damage there as well, yikes. 2 big fungal rhinos is not a vibe. But there's also different footwear for the Darkthorn set. So many things to think about. And I guess we can re-roll the weapon. There's a saltwater weapon, there's that. Don't really care for it. Thankfully, when it's not the big rhinos, we are pretty okay. There's another necklace here that we can level up for more lifesteal and more enrage. The lifesteal does do some damage on regeneration, which is ideal, but it's also not the best source of regeneration because we have straight regeneration. But we also got another necklace here, so I guess we can take it. Sure, I didn't even re-roll anything there. I kind of forgot to, as is usual. But let's upgrade the Corrupted Vines because I do like this chest piece for whatever reason. Actually, we can get this to level 3. We'll do that instead. And now we are at the Seed of Corruption boss yet again. We do have some damage existing right now, so we can take a potion. I think is gonna be, whoop, not there. I think is gonna be good. Which almost takes out both of those things. We could just drop acid on this thing. Weakness to you, more damage, rage, attack. So now our health is a little too good, but the more this fight goes on, the better we do. Although this is gonna get kinda dangerous here. We also still have rerolls, I just realized. Nothing good though. Now, we don't have guard, so it's gonna be kind of dangerous here. But we still regenerate and we got him. Oh hey, more face stuff, wow. And also more Faceless. So we could take that and still get the Faceless set when we get all the way to the Darkthorn set, which I think might be the way to go here. So we'll do that. And now we get our first mythic item. Oh, this necklace has regeneration on it. When entering an event area, upgrade a random level 1 item that you have equipped. Interesting. This Divine Visage would also be good. Whenever you heal, remove a negative status if you don't suffer any restore health. I think we're gonna need more regeneration. Plus, we just got a Faceless item, so that's something that we can replace. There we go. Now, what do we do otherwise? To be honest, I'm not really sure. I would like to see the full set bonus for the Dark Thorn set, but I guess we can try to start rolling legendary items. Is there anything better in the Faceless set for weapons? I would think there is. Summer attire. The face set gets very fancy here, it looks like. But I guess we can have a level 3 necklace, so there's that. Oh hey, we just entered an event area, so our... which one did it? The Corrupted Vines leveled up. Awesome. Eventually, that should happen to the mythic item here. But let's see what we get from the chest. Ooh, another Black Rose shield, but ours is already level 3. Should we re-roll these? I kind of want to re-roll these. Let's do it. Perfect, a Bramble Crown. So that is now level 2. That's more odds for the mythic item to level up when we get to the next event area. Honestly, probably should be focusing on a better weapon. And I guess we'll just take other things because... Now we are starting to take quite a bit of damage, but thankfully our regeneration is better. Now the problem is both of these guys get more damage as we attack them, but thankfully they take themselves out very easily with 62 Thorns damage. And our shoes leveled up, so the next item to level up should be the mythic item. And now we get our third skill, which I think for our set is going to be the Timely Retreat. So when an enemy damages us, we gain barrier and a little bit of weakness. It's definitely the best out of the 3, but I don't like it. Well, there's another Harvest Scythe, so we could hold on to that and get it to level 3 if nothing else. And it seems like the damage is only our HP damage, not actual armor damage. Oh wait, there it is. Just had to wait a little bit longer. I think we can try for a better ring if nothing else. And they have 2 barrier. Wow. Well, good thing we do get more barrier, so we can still do a lot of damage while negating some damage. Okay, legendary weapon. If nothing else, we have this item slot here. Now, all of these guys are probably gonna hurt because they get more damage for being in a group, but thankfully they got taken out quickly. Okay, potions again. There we go. Level 2 Sacred Chain, more regeneration. So our regeneration is up to 16, but I really want that level 6 or 6 item Dark Thorn set. I just don't know what to replace, so we don't lose Faceless. Should have re-rolled and seen if we got a Dark Thorn thing, or taken the Fade thing. I just didn't want the Fade thing, but at least we have healing potions. And now we got Confusion guy here. We should probably take you out if we can. Thankfully, the regeneration is very good when we're missing more health numbers at the start of the round. Ritual Dagger, there's a better Faceless weapon. Get rid of this guy. And then I think we need a better ring because we still have that lower quality ring. And the weakness does stack, but we still do enough damage overall out of pure attrition. Okay, and now we're about to get more weakness applied to us because of this guy. But also, what are we healing from? I think it's just the normal healing that we're doing. So it's not great. This is just a slap fight right here. Another legendary weapon, might as well. And now we're at the remains of the hero. So our new weapon just leveled up. New item, and I think we'll just take the good old Philosopher's Stone, but what should we re-roll here first? Probably the Poison Dagger, just because I don't know why. And now that's rare, so we have a reason to get rid of it. We still need much better shoes, that's for sure. Or another one of those and we can level it up? Maybe. Okay, now we are taking a lot of damage. We just dropped down to half HP there, yikes. How far are we from the forge? Kinda far still, but we are getting more legendary items and chests, so we'll hold on to those. And just keep re-rolling here, I guess. Oh, Necromancy Ring. Also legendary. We'll hold on to it. Need much better shoes. Kinda tempted to just re-roll these because they're rare. So we'll do that. It seems like our main damage dealer is our Thorns, which doesn't really help if we have barrier. So every other turn is when we do major damage, but we're still winning. I don't think I want any of these items. Actually, I think the Thorns is triggering on the barrier attack, so there's that at least. It's been going on for so long, I'm kind of doubting things, but now we have Leader Boots. That's a much better item than our Faceless Boots, or Faceless Cultist Shoes, whatever. There we go. Sadly, we didn't have it equipped when we entered here, so it didn't level up, but now we have an excuse to reroll these. For more of these, sure. Upgrade the Sacred Chain to level 3 for more regeneration. I'm still not sure what to trade. Like, really, in all honesty, the only thing keeping us from the Dark Thorn set being at 6 items is the mythic item here. So we might just be fated at this point to not see that happen, which is really too bad. But now we can get the Leader Boots leveled up. And really the only reason why that's too bad is because we're missing out on the achievement for it. But that's whatever. More legendary items. We can actually level those up. That's kind of hilarious. We can also just keep trying to re-roll legendary items. So at least we have something to bring to Forge. None of these are legendaries, so we'll just ignore them. And now we're at the Forge. Okay, let's go ahead and use the legendary items as a blueprint to hopefully get better things. Okay, we have 2 of those. And now we have another Bramble Crown. That's worth keeping. Once more like this. And another thing that doesn't really help here. That is too bad. Let's reroll the rings. We could probably get a ring that more suits our needs. Since we're not gonna get the level 6 item set, we can dip into something else here, like some more lifesteal. I think that's worth doing, just for that little bit of extra damage on the side. But that lifesteal really is only good for the first round, because that's when we're actually missing health numbers. Okay, now we're at the point where if we attack you, you gain multi-attack. If we attack you, you gain more damage. We'll attack the Berserker. Also because they have less health points, so that's 1 less enemy to worry about. I also didn't realize that our thorns are at 30. No wonder it's so good. Okay, now our lifesteal is at 5%. Chest item, more legendaries. I think I'll re-roll. So I guess we can level up one of the ones that we do have, I guess. It's just not easy to get the items that we want anymore. And I don't know why I'm attacking that core orb thing, because now we have a chance of missing. But thankfully it doesn't really matter. Or what? That was so much damage! Oh, it was going so well, too! At least we got more skills. And it's another step towards unlocking the shadow here, because we reached the path to the core. Well, it was good for what it was. Our survivability just didn't pan out at the end. So if you guys want to see more overlooting, be sure to let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.